The latest Land Rover is Defender in name only. It's got nothing like what we were used to in the Defenders of the past. It's got fully independent, height adjustable suspension, a turbocharged, supercharged petrol engine, all the latest electronics and mod cons. But really, is it any good? Let's take it out and find out. The 2020 Defender arrived in very limited numbers, mainly of 110 wagons with the petrol engine, with only a handful of diesels coming into the country. A lot more of them coming into the country now in 2021. The Defender supplied for 4x4 of the year is an SE specification P400, which starts at $102,736. But with a heap of option packs fitted to this particular car, it tops out at $126,917 plus on-road costs. While we'd consider most of these packs non-essential items, the ones worthy of mention include the towing pack at $3,207, which gives you all-terrain progress control, terrain response 2, configurable terrain response, and the towing kit, plus auto-locking rear differential. Like everything about the new Defender, its 3-litre 6-cylinder petrol engine is a technical tour de force. It's what Land Rover calls a mild hybrid engine with 48-volt electrics, feeding an electric supercharger to boost performance in the lower revs, while an exhaust-driven turbocharger takes over at higher revs. This adds up to 294 kilowatts and 500 newton metres, which is close enough to 400 horsepower in the old money. That's enough to make the 2400 kilogram Land Rover feel pretty sporty when you put your foot down. The engine delivers a sweet howl and a push in the back when you hold it flat, and the transmission slips through its 8 ratios effortlessly. It makes for great high performance driving on a mountain road and plenty of grunt for low range mountain climbing. The Defender's monocoque chassis has fully height adjustable suspension that's independent at all corners. It gives the driver the best of both worlds on and off road. The on-road drive is exciting and the Landy hunkers down over its big 20-inch tyres, making the most of that engine's performance. It's still a big heavy 4x4 wagon, but its dynamics defy its mass. The overall ride is a bit firm without being uncomfortable, yet supple enough to soak up big bumps and undulations when you get on gravel roads. The Defender's Terrain Response 2 system is now configurable so you can set it up to your liking, but it also has an auto setting so you can forget about it altogether if you really like. We found the easiest way to get the best off-road performance out of the new Defender is to simply put it in low range, jack the suspension up to its highest height and off you go. That's all you really need. In this mode, the Defender feels unstoppable and it walked up our hill climb without raising a sweat, let alone any dust. Once you get out on the rocky trails though, the high suspension setting can feel a bit harsh as it tops out over some bumps. You might want to drop it down to the mid setting if that bothers you. The Defender is a big wagon. Inside it feels spacious, accommodating and well equipped. Even with our carpet on the floors, it still feels luxurious. In the context of the modern Land Rover range, it feels far from a luxury car, but it still has everything you need and plenty more, which make it one of the best long-distance touring vehicles. The rear cargo area is massive, with room for all your gear, good tie-down points, 12-volt power outlet, and all 3 rows of seats fold flat. The Defender wagon has a 3,500 kilogram towing capacity, and this 110 P400 has 880 kilograms of payload, so you can use plenty of that space in the back. So the new Defender is very capable, very comfortable, very spacious, whether you're on or off road. But it is a technical tour de force, and it does leave us wondering whether all that tech is something you really want off road. The high purchase price is also something that'll be a bit of a worry for the average buyer. So does the new Land Rover Defender live up to its name? Well, it's still a very capable vehicle, but it's a very different one this time around. It's got height adjustable suspension, all electronic fancy wizardry and sorcery, big screens. It's not the Defender of old, so certainly not going to get those old Defender buyers. But if this is the sort of luxury vehicle you want that'll go anywhere, it's probably the one for you.